Okay, guys, let's start. Actually, guys, today, inshallah, we're going to make kind of revision about what we studied last time. Okay, so in the last section, okay, yes, Isla, you already removed your name from absence. Don't worry. So here, we're gonna make kind of revision as we studied in the first section of chapter 12. We studied the chemical reaction. What are signs of chemical reaction? What is chemical reaction, and how we could represent a chemical reaction by using a chemical equation. And then, okay, we know how to balance the chemical equation. All this. So, anyone have any question before we start our question, guys?
No, thank you.
No. Okay. So here, let's start. Okay. Today we're gonna just answer the questions or revise your homework. Okay. The chapter, the section review, and find your answers. So
Mr. Hawa, it was homework for Tuesday.
yeah, Okay. So we're gonna just answer. Okay. The homework together. Okay. We just yesterday keep practicing the balancing chemical equation. So today, inshallah, we're gonna practice the entire section. Yes.
Mister, I'm
Mr.
here
Hawa,
because when I said,
Just guys, wait a minute. Okay. Yes, Fadia.
Mister, I'm here, okay?
Okay. No problem. Yes.
Mr. Hawa, I sent it to you yesterday because I didn't know if it was for today or tomorrow.
Okay, guys, no big deal. As I don't, okay, tell you that there is a problem, so no problem, guys. Okay. So let's keep working. Okay.
So, Mister, I have a
So,
question.
yes, Vadia. Yes.
In the chemical equation sheet,
Yeah.
I got stuck in before the last question and before the last one. Yeah.
Could you remember? Could you tell us what is the equation? Or just wait a minute until we just get the sheet.
AI.
So, sorry, just wait a minute. We're gonna get the sheet. Okay. So wait until I get the sheet. Okay. Yes. Can you see the sheet right now, Fadia? Fadia, can you see the
Yes.
sheet? Yep. Okay. So you're talking about this one, number 17? Number 17, Fadia?
Yes, number 17 and 16.
17 and 18. So just
Yes.
let's, okay, make it unbalanced one more time to balance it with each other. Okay, Fadia here. Let's see how we're gonna work on this. Let's start to work together, Fadia. Fadia, how many aluminum do we have here?
One.
One. And here, how many aluminum?
Uh,
One. So no problem in aluminum. How many hydrogen do we have here?
also one.
And here?
Two.
Two. So suppose that we are gonna just put, okay, or we're gonna write two here. But actually, if we wrote two here, okay, so we're gonna find that chlorine also become two, but actual chlorine here is three. Yes?
Yes.
That's the problem that you face. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's find a number that could divide by two and divide by three. The simplest number that could divide by two and divide by three is
6.
6. So we try to make the chlorine equal 6 in both sides. So if here we have 3, so what is the number that I multiply by 3 equals 6?
2.
So I'm gonna write here 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna erase this one because now it's no longer works. So now we have 6 chlorine. So how many we should put here?
6.
6. Okay, so like this, how many hydrogen we have?
Also 6.
So how many we should put here? 3.
3.
Okay, and like this, how many aluminum do we have?
2.
So we're supposed to put here 2. Is it clear?
Yes. And 16 بقى.
Yep, 16 or 18?
لا 16, I did 18.
So, okay, 18, okay, so 16 is easier. So let's try to do it, okay, here. Let's find what we're gonna do. That's very easy, actually. Okay, look with me. Here we have one, okay, potassium, and here one potassium, 1K, 1K. But here we have 2 chlorine, and just here 1, yes?
Yes.
So we're gonna put 2 here to make it 2 chlorine. Once we add these 2, we have 2 potassium now, so we're supposed to put 2 here. That's it.
Thank you.
Is it hard?
No, thank you.
Any hard question?
No, thank you.
Okay, so let's back to, okay, this part, guys, as you can see here. So let's maximize a little to be clear for you. Okay, so that's a kind of visual summary that represent the main ideas we covered in our lesson. As you can see, that remind you what are the steps of a chemical reaction. We said chemical reaction process in which the atoms, okay, just rearrange to form new substances. The bonds are broken, then atom rearrange, then we form a new bond in the products. We said that we could describe this chemical reaction by chemical equation. Chemical equation is just a group of symbols, formulas, okay, that represent the chemical reaction. And it have 2 sides, one side before the arrow, which is the reactants, and one side after the arrow, which are the products. Then we said the chemical equation must be balanced. That means the amount of atoms which are involved in the reaction, or the amount of atoms found in reactants, equal the amount of atoms in products. That's to satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so that's like a quick revision for what we studied. Let's try to answer the following question, guys. Okay, so here in the beginning, okay, we just need to just a minute. Okay. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna share. Can you see the word sheet, guys? Can you see it right now,
Yes.
guys? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So let's start here. Okay.
Mister, what page is it?
What?
Page is it?
That's
What page?
get the page in your book, 427.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start here. The first question he asked you, define reactants and products. So who could answer this question, guys? In your own words, tell me what are the reactants and what are products. Yes, Hannah Durga? Yes.
Reactant is the starting substance by the chemical reaction.
So reactants, we said that substances that start the chemical reaction. Good. What about products? Let's let another one. Okay, who can tell me? Okay, so products. What are product, guys? Yes, Kinsey?
The substance that reproduce in chemical reaction.
Substances produced or result, okay, from chemical reaction. Good. Okay, so the first question. Any hard question? Okay, or anyone can understand anything in that part? Okay. So let's pass to question number 2.
No.
He asked you to choose, okay, which is a sign of a chemical reaction. What will these consider to be a sign of chemical reaction? Farah al-Baghdadi. Yes.
D.
A soil forms. Good. Okay, so a solid forms, a gas forms, chemical properties change, physical properties change. Okay, so we said which is a sign of a chemical reaction. What will this could be a sign of chemical reaction? So we said that a solid forms. Okay, so the question 2 is D. Do you agree about this answer, guys?
بس هي صح. It's بس
Yeah.
isn't it also a gas
Mister,
form?
I think A.
Yeah, good. Okay, so Kinsey is brilliant here. Actually, C is a right answer. D is a right answer also, but E is the best answer here. Okay, What? Because actually he asked what is a sign of the chemical reaction. A gas forms, solid forms is not just mentioned that it's gonna be okay, or that must be a chemical reaction. But if he said that gases formed, okay, but the reactants were not gases, or solid forms but reactants was not solids, okay, so in that case they could serve. But here chemical properties changes that overall, okay, substance, or that overall answer that could gather the two things. That mean after chemical reaction, the chemical properties of products are completely different than the chemical properties of the the reactants. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mister, I
So
can't understand.
you okay? Look at me carefully, Judy. We said the signs of chemical reaction. We have 4 signs of chemical reaction: gas formation, solid formation, okay, changing color, and the change in energy. Yes.
Yes.
So any one of these, okay, they consider to be, okay, they consider to be a kind or a sign of a chemical reaction. But my question, once we boil water, we could find that the water turns to be vapor. So I could see gas come out. So is it in that case considered to be a sign of a chemical reaction?
So gas comes out.
Yes, once you boil water, you get some water and put it on fire and keep boiling them. So they
Oh,
turn.
no.
So in that case, no. Why? Because actually I don't have reactants here. It's just water, and by heating it changes the state only. You get the idea?
Yes.
Yes. So
Oh,
in that case, gas formation, solid formation, that must be compared to the reactants. If they are different than the reactants, so it's a sign of a chemical reaction. For example, when I add 2 liquids together in a tube, so a solid is forming. That means there are a chemical reaction happen producing this new solid. For example, when we add solid and liquid, or liquid and liquid or something in a tube, and there is gas or bubbles start to evolve, which means also there is a chemical reaction happen. Okay, so finally we could say gas formation, solid formation during chemical reaction is a sign for a change in the chemical properties. Good idea?
yes.
Okay, so anyone still can't understand this question, guys? Okay, let's pass to question number 3. Here, explain the subscripts cannot change when placing chemical equation. Yes, Maya? Why we cannot change the subscript by when we balance the chemical equation?
Because if the subscript changed, the whole substance will be changed. يعني.
Yes.
Will be different.
Yeah, because changing, okay, changing subscripts change, sorry, the identity of the substance. That means it's actually will, okay, tell about another substance. Okay, so we say that subscript considered as a part of that substance, or the name of the substance cannot be changed. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So question number 4. Infer is the reaction below possible. Explain why or why not. Okay. So here actually in that we just gonna tell this reaction considered to be possible or not. So water plus NaOH producing NaCl plus H2O. So this reaction could happen or cannot. Yes, Reem?
Not possible
Not possible,
because
of course. Why?
the answer is يعني sodium chloride, not sodium. يعني a new atom is created.
Actually, yeah, so because regarding to the law of conservation of mass, no atom is lost and no atom is created. So actually the products reflect that oxygen is lost and chlorine is found or is formed, but actually they are not involved. You get idea? You get? So we said that it is not possible because the elements in the reactants are different than those in products. Yes, is it clear? Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
So let's pass to question number 5. Question 5, he asked, describe the reaction below by listing the bonds that break and bonds that forms. Okay, so who can tell me what happened in that reaction? So other guys, please raise your hand. Yes, Fadia?
Mr. It's balanced.
I know it's balanced. He doesn't ask to balance. We are in question 5. He asked, tell me what happened, okay, regarding to the kind of the bonds, okay? So that means what happens, what already happened in that,
Okay.
okay?
The bones يعني broke.
The bonds broke in both sodium and
Chlorine.
so here we see that bonds are broken
And they
yes.
are rearranged.
Just give me a minute to write in reactants, okay, which are sodium and
Chlorine.
chlorine, okay. Then atoms
They
rearrange as you said, and
then new bones formed.
yep, okay. So atoms rearrange and forming and form new bonds. Good, okay. In products, which are an ACl. Is it clear like this, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's pass to the next question. Question number 6. So question number 6, he said that enter, okay, copy and complete the table, okay. So we need to just fit this table or try to complete that table together, guys. He said that if this reaction passes or not, and explain your answer, okay. So let's find, or we try to fill the table. Types of atom. So let's start. What type of atoms that we have here, guys? So let's get another one. Yes, Hannah Hamdi. So carbon, for example, how many carbon in reactants, Hannah?
And reactants 1 and products 1.
Good. Okay. So let's see here. How many kind of hydrogen? Yes. Let's take another one here. For example, Ali, how many hydrogen here?
4.
4 in reactants, and how many in products?
4.
4 also. Good. So then we pass to the oxygen. Okay. Yes, Adam, how many oxygen in the reactants?
ثانية.
Yep, take your
How
time.
many?
How many oxygen in the reactants?
So,
Adam.
4.
Here,
4.
4. Okay, so they are 4. And now, how many oxygen found in the products? Adam, you still answering. How many oxygen is still in the products? Found in the product, sorry?
برضه 4.
4. Okay, so this chemical equation, is it balanced or not, guys?
Yes.
Of course, it's balanced. Okay, so clearly balanced because as we can see here, the numbers of the atoms in the reactants equal the number of the atoms in the products. Okay, so like this, we could say it's balanced. Okay, so here we say balanced because the number of atoms and reactants is equal the number of atoms. Is it clear like this? Okay, so let's try to find the last part here. So balance this chemical equation, guys. Okay, so let's start. He said balance A all last and then use the multiply of 2 and 3. So that's a kind of hint. We already answered this equation together before, so we need someone to answer it. Let's start. Fadia, what do you think? Could you share us here?
Yes.
Yeah, so
one it's ثانية.
one aluminum.
Aluminum.
Yes, one
Yes.
aluminum here and one aluminum here.
Okay. hydrogen,
Here, hydrogen, here.
2.
So what we should do?
Put 2 as a coefficient.
If I put 2 as a coefficient here, is it going to be balanced? Let's see.
Chlorine will be
Yeah, chlorine here will be 2, but here chlorine is
3.
3. So what we should do?
6 is
Yeah.
because it's
Divided
it
by
could be
2
divided
and
by
3.
2 and 3.
Good. So we should make it 6 here, yes?
Yes.
So if we make that 6, okay, so how much coefficient we should put here?
2.
2, brilliant, okay.
And
So
before H2, we put 3.
3, good. And here we should put
2.
2, brilliant, okay. I think it's clear now?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so that's how we balance a chemical equation, guys. So any hard question regarding to that part, guys?
No, thank
No,
you.
thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So everything is clear regarding to the chemical reaction, signs of chemical reactions, and how we could balance the chemical equation and so on.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, guys. So like this, we finished the first section, okay, in our material. Please study one more time from your textbook, okay? If you got figured out that there is something is not clear, I'm waiting for your questions. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.